Am I live? Am I live? Turn me up. Turn me up. Are we live? We are live. We are live. Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? What's going on? It's your girl, Jay. It's Monday night, and we are live. What is going on? I hope everyone is doing well out there. I'm on a different day, but I thank you guys for rocking with me anyway. So whoever joins live will join live. Whoever watches later will watch later. But I wanted to come on and go live this week because I didn't want to miss out on doing it. But it's a holiday week. It's Thanksgiving for those of you that celebrate it or whatever. But I'm going to be busy with work, and then the holidays is happening, and then I got more work after the holidays, so I won't have time to be live like I normally am. This was my only opportunity, so I know I sprung it on y'all real quick. I told y'all this morning I decided to do it, so here we are. We are here, and we're going to talk some basketball, women's basketball, NCAA women's basketball, to be exact. We're going to talk a little bit of WNBA. Probably, I say a little bit. It's probably going to be a lot of bit. Y'all know when we get to talking in here, things just pop off. But like I always do, let's see who is in the house. And my dog is already standing up. I'm on here 2 minutes and 34 seconds. And he's always already staring at me. Can you lay down, please? Please? Lay down. Lay down. He don't want to. Anyway, Moses, what up, Jay? Lots to talk about tonight. Yes, it is. And y'all, look, I ain't got no graphics ready for y'all. I ain't got no slideshow like normal because this is like, I just wanted to hop on live. I didn't prepare anything. But we gonna talk. We gonna talk. Y'all drop it in the comments and let me know. Kyra is in the house. What up? What up, Kyra? Jaletta's in the house. Good evening. Kyra says, yerp. What up, Jay? What's up, Jay? Great intro, by the way. Thank you. I'm working on it. I got some stuff I need to do. It's just I haven't had time, but it's on the way. But thank you. Appreciate it. Summer, my new wrench is in the house, is in the building. Summer says, I'm here and don't try it. Don't try it in these comments. I know that's right. Couch coach. But yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. This is what I'm going to do. We are going to first, before we get into NCAA, we are going to talk about the Valkyries draft that is going to be happening on December 6th. So by the way, I will be live with my favorite co-host, Sess. We will be live streaming during the Valkyries draft. I don't know what time yet. I don't know what time is happening. I just know it's happening December 6th, which is next Friday. So join me here. If me and Sess go live, it will show up on both our channels. So no matter where you are, you should be able to catch the live. So do that, but we'll be live doing that. But speaking of the Valkyries in the draft, there's been several articles that have come out about what people think, who people think these teams are going to be protecting. So I found a couple of articles, but you know what? ESPN wasn't doing it for me. I ain't dig their list, so I'm not going to bring them up. But Shade Room Annie dropped her list. And since it's the closest thing that I could find that I mean, believe it or not, that I kind of agree with. Well, as far as the sky is concerned, we're going to go there. So I just got to find the article real quick, and then I'm going to pull it up so we can see it if it's not under a paywall. And now, Summer, I know you sent it to me. Now, where is it? Hold on. It might not be under this one. It might be under something else. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to pull it up so we can all look at the lists together. And y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Okay, here it is. Hopefully it's not a bunch of ads that pop up. Okay. Let me see who else is in here. What up? Did you see LSU game winning shot? Dante's in the house. Hey, Dante. I did not watch the game. I was at work, but I did see a clip of it. It was a loose ball. Flage went for the ball, tossed it behind her. It was a scramble to get the ball. KG, what is her name? I can't remember her real name, but she got it, went up for the layup. The ball like sat there for a second, then it fell. They ended up winning. So I didn't see the game, but I did see that shot. BBG says, what up, though? What's going on? Summer says, I did, and they had me stressed. BBG says, can't wait until the expansion draft. Annie's so shady. She only spoke about Kennedy on that whole article. No one else was individually identified. I did not read the article, but I did see that part. It was pointed out to me, and I felt the same way. Like, why are we singling out Kennedy? Summer says someone made an account named after her too. Right. Kaylin Gilbert. That's right. Kaylin Gilbert. Dante says, girl, I was at work going off. Almost got fired. BBG says, why Annie bring up Kennedy passed on that list? Shake my head. They just say you would protect her and leave it at that. Out of 144 women, only player to get individualized. And then Summer says, I screamed after KG's bucket and my coworkers asked what happened. Are you okay? All right. Yeah, I mean, Annie, I don't know. That's why I don't really be I don't know why she was brought up. I hate that for whatever reason. I don't know what, and I was saying this to Summer. I don't understand why. I don't understand why Kennedy has this bad rep. Like maybe there were some issues prior to her coming back to the W. I don't know. But the fact that like I haven't heard anything as far as her being in Chicago, her teammates had never said anything, her coach never said anything. It was never reported that anything was going on. I think it's just a bunch of assumptions and it's just following her around. And I honestly don't understand why. I don't get it. Like Kennedy was great for us, for the Chicago Sky. I mean, she'll get the ball sometimes and, she don't want to give it up. But I mean, when your hand is hot and you feel like it's hot. But Kennedy was also one of the best passers to the bigs, one of the only guards that would pass to the bigs. So, she eventually found her sweet spot and kind of her connection with Camilla. Oh my gosh. Like, that was so good to watch. But they didn't have a lot of playing time together and they're still gelling, but I never saw anything bad about Kennedy. So I don't get that. I don't get it and I don't like it. Jonathan is in the house. Jonathan says, what up, Jay? Spoiled Brat is here. Hey, Spoiled Brat. Moses says that game was crazy today. LSU didn't deserve to win that game, but somehow they did. BBG says they want to put her in a box. Spoon and Angel spoke so highly of her. BBG says, yes. Yeah, it's all past assumptions. What? Sit down. Sit down. Can you sit down, please? Y'all, my dog is giving me the death stare. I don't know what his deal is, but we're going to look at this article here. and look at the lists. I'm not going to read the article. We're just going to get to who she thinks. This is Annie, Shayru Annie, who she thinks will be protected. So can y'all see that, or do I need to make it bigger? Now I'm blocking it. Now I'm real small. I hope y'all can see that. So for the Sky, she says that the Sky will protect Angel, Camilla, Elizabeth, Mick, Kennedy, and Rachel. And I agree with that. So that leaves unprotected Dana Evans, Lindsay Allen, Izzy, Mariah Jefferson, Diamond, Breezy, Maria Conde. These are people, like anybody that they still own the rights of their contract. So even though we didn't see these people, they still have the rights either to negotiate their contracts or they actually have their contracts. So I don't know a bunch about Maria Conde. I don't know a whole bunch about Nicolina Millie. I don't even know. I'm not really sure who that is. Kalia Davis, we know we got her near the end of the season on a hardship contract, but she's still under Sky. And we all remember Kaiser. So even though they let her go, she is still technically the rights of her contract, or her contract was last is with Chicago. So those are the unprotected ones that she thinks are unprotected. We're going to go through the teams pretty fast, but let's see what y'all say. Jonathan, we're going to get back to LSU. We're going to get back to college after we go through this. Moses says, I agree with her about the Skies list. BBG says, I would protect LA over Bantam. LA would still be good, would be a good backup PG. Okay. I'm rolling with Big Mama. I want Big Mama protected. That's Rachel. I want Big Mama protected. I'm not saying over anybody, whoever, but I like the list that is there. These are the people I would, if I had my choosing of who I would protect, I definitely want Big Mama protected. That's just me. Dante say, good. I need Dana Evans, aka Tasha St. Patrick gone. B Will is in the house. Greetings and salutations. What is up? What is up? Eagles Brothers in the house. Happy Mondays. My Huskies gave LSU a fight today. I'm glad we are growing as an upcoming program, especially after Plum left. Okay. All right. So that is Chicago's list. Now we get to the Fever. She feels for the Fever, they will protect Cece, of course, Aaliyah Boston, Alyssa Smith, Kelsey Mitchell, Timmy Fagbinley, and Lexi Hull. Now, I don't know if she picked those names because those were the names in that picture. I don't know if anybody saw the post and delete that Indiana supposedly did, where they have a picture. It's a cartoon, almost like a cartoon drawing. It's a picture of Stephanie White at the board, I guess going over some stuff, like they're getting ready to practice, and are surrounding in like a little circle or half circle watching her are the people that I just named: Caitlin, Aaliyah, Nalissa, Kelsey, Timmy, right? And Lexi Hull. And then it says something like the next chapter or whatever it is, the brand new chapter or whatever. So I think that's where she got those names from. I don't know nothing really about Fever, but I'm looking at this and probably I would agree with that. I'm a little shocked by Nalissa Smith. And I'm not going to say, only because Nalissa seemed like she didn't want to be there. I think she still is under her rookie contract, if I'm not mistaken, because you have to be there, for 3 years. So they really, if they're going to do anything, they would trade her versus just letting her go, without getting anything in return. Kelsey Mitchell is a free agent. I thought that they may not protect her because she kind of voiced that she wanted to go, but I don't know if anything's changed from that, but it doesn't matter free agent or not free agent. If you are on that team and they have your contract, they can protect you. Now that doesn't mean that after the draft is over, once free agency starts in February, that Kelsey Mitchell can't still say peace out. Nalissa's still in her contract. Aaliyah's still in the contract. Caitlin's in the contract. All their rookie contracts. I don't know about Timmy or Lexi Hall. So I would say yes to this. So unprotected is Damaris Dantes, Grace Berger, Katie Lou Samuelson, Victoria Saxton, Erica Wheeler, and Christy Wallace. So those are the people that they feel is will be protected and unprotected. RC, my other wrenches in the house. JSpot was good, and protection lists are out already. Wow, they're not. This is not the list because they're not public unless someone leaks them. This is Annie Constable, aka Shade Room Annie. This is her list, and ESPN released the list too. But these are just speculations. These are not real lists because they are not supposed to be made public. Doesn't mean that they won't get leaked, but this that I'm going over is not an official list. So anybody watching or anybody listening, these names I'm reading off are from an article that Annie Constable wrote with the, Chicago Sun-Times is who she's with. It is not an official list. All right. Fever don't have to worry about losing anybody. They leave unprotected. BBG says, I agree with Fever list. RC says, Tasha got Dana beat. Dante Allen, he's talking to Dante. B. Will says, you protect Smith so you can get sobering for her, someone for her in trade value. Yeah, I agree with that. RC says, there's no word Alyssa Smith should come back unless it's in a bench role. RC just not a fan. Okay. B. Will says Dantes is the only one that gave Indiana quality minutes. And then Summer says Shade Room Annie takes me out every time. All right. So that's the Fever. So I would agree with that list. Then we go to the Mercury. Don't mind these ads, y'all. It's just, I can't take them off. So protected. They say Mercury will protect Kalia Copper, Natasha Cloud, Sophie Cunningham, Rebecca Allen, Diana Taurasi, and Natasha Mack. Wait a minute. This is Phoenix Mercury, right? Kalia Copper, Natasha Cloud, Sophie Cunningham, Rebecca Allen, Diana Taurasi, and Natasha Mack. Oh, okay. Brittany Griner. I was about to say, where's BG? Unprotected, Monique Billings, Makia Herbert Harrigan, Clara Landquist, Charisma Osborne, Celeste Taylor, and Amy Atwell. And then unavailable is Brittany Griner. And that has to be because if a person has been cored twice, meaning that's their exclusive, they've held them to exclusive rights. If they have been cored twice on a team, they can't be available to be, the Valkyries can't draft them. Anybody that's been cored twice cannot be drafted in an expansion draft or with the Valkyries. So that's why she's not available. But I mean, looking at this list again, Mercury is not my team, but I can see them. I mean, I'm so tired of Celeste being like tossed around. I mean, one thing to know is that just because they're unprotected doesn't mean that they're automatically like only one person can go if they pick them. They get to pick one from each team. So them being unprotected doesn't mean anything other than they're available, obviously, to be picked. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be there. That doesn't mean that they won't get signed by their teams. That this doesn't mean that they're just, throwaways. This just means we have 6 players we have to protect so they don't go to the Valkyries. and it's a tough decision, but these are the 6 that we're keeping. So saying that, I wish somebody would like sign Celeste Taylor and like keep her. But she might be happy to go to the Valks. I think the Valks are going to be a really good team. So we'll see if they choose her. But looking at the people, also looking at the people that are unprotected, the question is, who would you pick out of the unprotected list to go to the Valks? So out of this list, Monique Billings, Makia, Clara, Charisma, Celeste, and Amy, which one would get picked to go to the Valks? I would probably go with Celeste or Monique Billings if I had my choosing of which one I wanted to take. If you go back up to the Fever, who would I take out of the Fever if I was the Valkyries? I might take Damaris. I don't know. I'm drawn to Damaris. I think she would be good, but it all depends on how you're building your team, who you need, what you already have. Like, you got to think about free agency as well. But anyway, Chicago, if I was going to take anybody from Chicago that's unprotected, I would love to see Kaiser go over there. I want her to, obviously Chicago didn't keep her, but we don't know what Tyler is going to want to do. But I think it'd be cool to see Kaiser go to the Valks. But I would, if I'm the Valkyries, Lindsay has been solid. Lindsay's been a solid point guard. I might choose Lindsay out of this group. That's just me. All right. I didn't mean to jump around. Now we're going to the Liberty. Let's see. Who's here? Let's see. Grace Berger over the rest of the bench. Spoiled Brat says, oh no, BG. People asking about BG, Eagle Brothers. Asking about it. Moses saying no BG. BBG says BG already covered. Spoiled Brat, is BG retiring? Nope, she can't be drafted because she's been cored twice. No protection. What's the SC former Hooper name? Kiki Herbert Harrigan. Valks, please scoop her. Take her. Okay. Spoiled Brat says DT isn't cored. DT can be cored, but no one can be cored twice and be drafted. So I guess she hasn't been cored twice. B Will says DT is holding up a protection spot. Go ahead and retire already. A protected spot. RC says, got a phone call. Pop back through if I can. Keep up the awesome work you do, JSpot. Thank you, RC. Yo, wait, why BG unavailable? That's a weird labeling. Okay, be back. Shantae Michelle, what is going on? What up, though, JSpot? Zaz in the house. Dang, I missed 20 minutes. It's okay. We just in here chatting. B. Will says Celeste needs to stay right where she is and learn under Tosh Cloud. Perfect mentor as far as game. She can stay there. I'm just saying, I hope if she does stay there, keep her. I'm tired of her being, she was floating around the W last season. I want her to find a home. She's a good player. Find a home, let her grow there, and, get her reps up. Now we're with the Liberty. So the Liberty is going to protect. And again, guys, this is a list from Annie Constable from the Chicago Sun-Times. These are not the actual lists. I want to keep repeating that. The lists have not been released because they're not supposed to be made public. But again, if somebody out there is on a W team or knows somebody from an executive W team, y'all want to drop that list, my DMs are open. Liberty. Protect Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, Niera Sabali, Leonie Phoebish, and Benijah Laney Hamilton. Unprotected. Look at all these people. Courtney Vandersloot, Kayla Thornton, Maureen Johannes. They are not protected. Oh, well, we don't know. We don't know if this is a true, but Annie thinks Marine Johannes. Hanzu, is that how you say that? I don't want to mess nobody's name up. Jalen Sherrod, Rebecca Gardner, Ivana Dokic, Marquisha Davis, Caitlin Davis, uh, Raquel Carrera, Kennedy Burke, Marine Bout. How? I don't know what that is. Never heard of her. I'm so sorry. So that's who she thinks the Liberty will protect. And honestly, I can see that. I can see them. I can see them protecting them, especially with Niara doing such a good job in the finals. I think people have, got their eye on her now. And that will definitely be somebody that the Valks may want to scoop up. So they got to protect her. But yeah, I can see this being a list that I would agree with that New York would protect. And then as far as who would I take if I'm the Valks out of the unprotected list? I'm taking Marine Johannes. That girl can, yeah, I would take her in a heartbeat. If she could be available to go to Chicago, I want her to go to Chicago. So I would pick her to go to the Valks. Louie is in the house. Up, JSpot and Chat fam. Look who's in the house. My sis, Chris. I made it to alive. Yes, you did. Thank you. B. Will says, if I'm Valkyrie, I'm snatching up Kayla Thornton. Okay. I ain't mad at that. BBG says, I agree with the Liberty list. If I'm Valks, I would take Kayla Thornton. Okay, y'all with Kayla Thornton. Eagles brother says, at least she said Sabally. Yeah. I mean, I think it's because of the play that she did in the finals. Then we got the Seattle Storm. We know it's been some issues going on over there. So Annie thinks that they will protect Jewel, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Gabby Williams, Ezzy, Jordan Hurston, and Nika Mule. And I didn't say Ezzy's last name because I don't want to mispronounce it. Magda Gore. Something close to that. Protecting Nika. Okay, so unprotected is Mercedes Russell, Sammy Whitcomb, Victoria Vivians, Joyner Holmes, and Mackenzie Holmes. And then NECA is unavailable because of the core thing. So do I agree with this list? I agree with this list. Jewel, Skylar, Gabby, Ezzy, Jordan, and Nika. I agree with that list. And if I were the Valks, I would take. Who would I take? Sammy Whitcomb. She can shoot that ball when she wants to. She's kind of a shooter. Victoria Vivens is good as well. I might go with Sammy. I'll go with Sammy if I'm the Valks. The great benefactor. What is going on? Hello. Eagles brother says, agree with Seattle. That's your team too. Zah says Seattle looks crazy accurate. Yeah. B. Will says, protect Nika, injured and you have no minutes last season. Heck no. Well, this is Annie's list, but I can see them protecting Nika, letting her, because if she tore ACL, she's going to be out, if not all of the season, most of the season. So if she's out all next season, they can keep her on the team, but they put her on the injured reserve. So she has a spot on the team, but she doesn't take a roster spot, similar to what the Aces did with Kitley. Kitley is with the Aces, but she didn't hold a roster spot because she was injured and she was going to be out the whole year. So that allows them to still have the rights to her contract and can't have her on the team next season. So they could do that with Nika if they really want her there. Eagles brother says, if I hear Lloyd's name to the Valks because of this drama, I'm throwing tomatoes at my TV. We shall see December 6th. If Jewel Lloyd is unprotected, Jewel is going to be a Valk. She is going to be they're not, you don't pass that up. She's going to the Valkyries. Let's see who's next. Lynx. Zah, here's your team. So Annie thinks they protect Fee, Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams, Elena Smith, Bridget Carlton, and Diamond Miller. Who they don't protect: Maisha Hines-Allen, Jessica Shepard, Natisha Heineman, Alyssa Peely, Dorka Uhas, Cecilia Zandalazini. Did I say it right? Ooh. Olivia Opopa, and me trying to say these names. I'm taking myself out. Mia Hirsch. So, Lynx. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the Lynx as well. I do. If I'm Valks, who am I taking? You know, I might take Alyssa Peely. I might give her a chance on the Valks. I might actually get her off the bench and play her more minutes than she ever played in her W career. I might take Alyssa. That's just me. Not to say nobody else is good, because Natisha Heidemann is a steal. She's great. Maisha Hines-Allen, another one. But I would probably, that's just me, I'll take Peely. Shantae Michelle's laughing. Moses says Peely is getting scooped up by the Valks. I hope. Zah says, I ain't mad at that list. Okay, I was hoping, I wanted to see what you were going to say, if you agree with the list or not. So Zah, it is Zah approved. So we are good, because that's her team. Sun. The Sun. Let's see who they're going to protect. Who Annie thinks. Marina Mabry, Alyssa Thomas, Dejanay Carrington, Olivia Nelson Adota, Leela Lacan. Who is that? I don't know who that is. And Ty Harris. Now, wait a minute. Oh, this unavailable be throwing me off, because I'm like, what did they do with Dewana Bonner? But she down there. Unprotected, Astu Nadur. Don't know who that is. Veronica Burton, Caitlin Bickle, Abby Shue. I forget she was even playing. Did she play any? And Tiffany Mitchell. They don't protect Tiffany Mitchell. That's interesting. And then unavailable is Dewana Bonner, because she's not available to be drafted. Okay, this list. Do I agree? I don't know who Leela Lacan is. I'm not sure who that is. That name's not familiar. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, but that name's not familiar to me. I know Tiffany Mitchell has been ill. She was battling something, which is why she wasn't playing. So maybe that's why Annie put her on the unprotected list. So I would agree. I would agree with that list. If I'm the Valks, if Tiffany Mitchell can play and she's okay, I'm taking Tiffany Mitchell. If not, I'll take Veronica Burton. You know, wait, she left somebody off. She left off Bree. Am I right? Where's Bree? What is her Brianna Jones? Where's she at? That's who's missing on this list. So did I miss them? Do y'all see her? She missed her. She's not on this list. I would think they would maybe protect Bree Jones. I would say Bree Jones would probably be protected. And then if I was the Valks, I would take Tiffany Mitchell or Veronica Burton. But if Bree Jones was available, I might take Bree Jones. So I don't know. I was just looking at that. She's missing. B. Will says, no way I'm protected Diamond. I'll keep Dorka, Chi and Hines over Diamond. Oh, you don't like Diamond Miller? Okay. Shantae Michelle, I was laughing at you pronouncing those last night. Look, I'm trying. I'm trying, sis. Give me, please. I'm trying my best. I'm trying not to offend anybody. B. Will says Tiffany been dealing with illness, not sure what her future is. And then Bree. So yeah, why did Annie? Annie, you forgot Bree Jones. How you forget that? She was a starter. All right, now we go to Dallas. Dallas protects Arike Ogunbowale, Tierra McCowan, Satu Sabali, Maddie Segrist, JC Sheldon, and Carla Letty. Ooh, now this is interesting. You don't protect Kalani Brown, Awa Cure, girl, Stephanie Suarez, Lou Lopez. I ain't about to try to say that last. Y'all see it. Jaylen Brown, Uzin, Paige Robinson, and Bella Allaire. And Natasha Howard is not available, but I didn't know Natasha had been cored twice, but Natasha definitely is not coming back to Dallas unless they like really show her the money. I think she had already shot the deuces at Dallas earlier, right after the season was over. So she won't be with the Wings. She's a free agent. She might still end up with the Valks, but the Valks just can't draft her in when they do the draft next Friday. So do I agree with this list? I don't know who Carla is. I'm not sure who that is. I'm not familiar with that name either. I don't know who I would switch out Carla with because I like Kalani Brown and Tierra McCowan, but I can see maybe them not keeping one of them if it was up for grabs. Like if they had to protect someone, they'll protect Tierra over Kalani. But if I was the Valks, who would I take? That's a tough one. I don't know. Who would I take? Who would y'all take? Any takers for Dallas? Because I don't know. B. Will says it's not that I don't like Diamond. She's just not what the Lynx need. Okay. Jonathan says it's going to be a lot of available free agents this season. Oh, yeah, for sure. Moses says, why would they protect Sheldon? She's a backup and only got real playing time because of the many injuries. I don't know. That's what Annie thinks. Sheldon will be protected. She's also on a rookie contract. So I really feel like the rookies, well, no, because she didn't protect Marquisha Davis or Jalen Sherrod. But Jalen Sherrod is technically not on a rookie contract. I don't know. That's a good one. Zah says, Quita says she wouldn't protect Brown or McCowan. I mean, they need a center. So you got to look at all the variables that's going on. Like maybe they have somebody in mind, or maybe Quita knows like some people that could replace them or whatever. I'm just saying on the team that they have right now, I could see them protecting one over the other, but I don't see switching both of them out for one of the people that they don't have available. That's just me. B. Will says, I agree with Dallas. Political Lil says, hey, Political. As soon as the season ended, Natasha says, see ya. She definitely did. Those girls are 6'7", but not the most dominant. Yeah, true that. Zah says, if I'm going to state, I would take Brown. Jaylen Brown, I can see that. Yep. Okay, I'll go with that one. Then we have my aces. Let me see what Annie is thinking about who the aces are going to keep. Aces, definitely keeping the MV3. Definitely keeping her. But Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. You got to keep the Jack crew together. Alicia Clark and Kate Martin. Now, I was kind of stuck on if they would, I thought they would protect Kate Martin. I felt like they would protect Alicia Clark. I'm I'm pretty in agreement with this. Like, it was one person I was trying to think who I was thinking they would maybe switch out with. I was thinking they would protect Tip Hayes and not maybe not AC, but I feel like AC is still good. AC is still like a valuable person on a team if they don't protect her, especially with it being Natalie. You got to understand, this is Natalie Nakasi that is a part of this draft. She knows these Aces players. She knows the value of Alicia Clark. So she would probably definitely get Alicia Clark if she was available. So the ones that are unprotected are Kia Stokes, Megan Gustafson, Tip Hayes, lay down. Sid Colson, Kirsten Bell, that's KB, Queen Egbo, and Elizabeth Kitley. Now that's interesting to me because, like I was just saying earlier, Elizabeth Kitley was drafted by the Aces. She had that ACL injury, so they put her on the IR. They're able to keep her there with the Aces and not take a roster spot and then add her to the team next season. With this expansion draft, they don't protect her. It's possible she can be gone. I mean, there's a lot of free agents out there, but we need help in the post. We can't afford to give up like Elizabeth Kitley in a way because like Kia Stokes, yeah, we already know what's going down with that. Hot Girl Meg, yeah. I can see Sid being up there. I think they're going to change a lot anyway, no matter who is protected or not protected. A lot of stuff is going to get switched up. I don't know. I guess if you had your pick between the rooks, would you keep Kate Martin, Elizabeth Kitley, and like she's taking a liking to Kate Martin, so I can see maybe that. But as far as the Valks, who would the Valks take? I think I don't know because Tip said she came out of retirement to play for the Aces. And she hadn't decided if she wants to continue playing basketball. She said if she did continue to play basketball, she would only want to play for the Aces. So I don't know. That doesn't mean she can't get drafted, but if she does get drafted, she can simply say, I'm not playing. I don't see them taking Sid. I don't know who they take from this team. I mean, like I said, Natalie knows these players inside and out, and she would definitely pick one of these people. I don't know who she would go for, though. I think she can see the value in all of them. I just don't know who she would pick. We don't see enough of KB because she doesn't get played a lot. Maybe she might take Elizabeth Kitley. We won't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Eagles brother says maybe Jaylen Brown or Kalani if they need a post. B. Will says I got to sit down and look at all these lists to see what's the best team I could put together from these lists. Political says, but if you get more mobile centers, 6'7", that can get up and down the court. No, you're right. You're right about that. I'm not. Yeah, I agree with you. Chris says, I'm so scared. I know Chris is an Aces fan. Chris is from Vegas. She goes to the games. She's a diehard Aces fan. She's kind of like me because she's an Aces fan, but she's from Chicago, so she's also a Sky fan. So we Skaces over here. Y'all know how we get down. Jeremy says protect Sid at all costs. Okay, protect Sid. Protect Sid over who? Who are you taking off that list to put Sid in that spot? You're not taking Asia, Kelsey, Chelsea, or Jackie. So which one? Alicia or Kate Martin? Are you taking Kate Martin off to put Sid? Political says, what about Kitley from Virginia Tech? I think I just talked about her. Chris says, I'm good with that. She's good with that list. B. Will says, I'm not protecting Martin and Clark, one or the other. You protect the one that would be most likely to be drafted. Hey, come here. Sorry, y'all. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know my dogs. Y'all should already know what's going on. All right. Eagles brother said Golden State should take Kia or Tiffany with this list. You think Kia Stokes? Okay. Chris says protect Sid for sure. Jeremy says Elizabeth Kitley, they definitely going to keep. B. Will says Aces need front court production. Political says Kitley is a young 6'6". You really want to give her up. Yeah, I don't know. Again, this is Annie's list. This is not the Aces real list. This is Annie Constable from Chicago Sun-Times. This is her list. B. Will says right politics. Chris says, I don't know if Tiff would stay if it's not in Vegas. Right. Tiff said she don't know what she want to do, but the Aces is probably the only team she would stay for. But you got Natalie Nakasi, who has been her coach or her assistant coach while she's on the Aces. So Natalie might be able to lure her over to Valks. If Natalie Nakasi can get Tip Hayes, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. Megan. Hot girl Meg Gustafson. What's your question, Chris? Jeremy says Elizabeth Kitley is a scoring big that is heavily needed. She's a 6'6". She's 6'6". She's needed to take the pressure away from Asia. I agree with that. I don't know. I would think they would protect her, but I don't know. B. Will says you don't need to protect Sid. Golden State not drafting her. Okay. And I can see that. Probably not. I mean, Sid's great, but she is kind of at this point a role player. And I think she fits with the Aces. Now, I don't know if she'll stay with the Aces because I think the Aces are getting ready to do a big overhaul. But just as far as the Valkyries draft, I do think she's safe as well. Oh no. No one. Oh, no one. You talking about Meg. Hot girl Meg. All right. Next up, we got the Sparks. So Sparks protect. This is Annie. Annie says the Sparks will protect De'Erica, Azrea, Ray Burrell, Julie Ottoman. I remember that name, but she didn't play. Cameron Brink and Rakia Jackson. Who they won't protect is Lexi Brown, Zaya Cook, Lee Yuru, Stephanie Talbot, Maria Van Diva, Kia Nurse, Shanice Swain, and Ari McDonald. So I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised by the Kia Nurse not being protected. Because Julie Alleman is very familiar in my head, but I can't really picture her. I'm not saying she's not great, but you leaving Kia Nurse out there to me is a little shocking. Lee Yuru is not coming back to the Sparks, so I can see them not protecting her because she said peace out as well. Says she will not be returning to the Sparks. We all know Lexi Brown is suffering from an illness. Ari McDonald has been suffering from injuries. Zaya Cook, they don't play her. So honestly, I mean, Kia Nurse will be a good pick if you're trying to get somebody great from a team. But I want to see Zaya Cook like prosper Get her off the Sparks. I want the Valks to take Zia Cook. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. But the protected one, I agree. The Julie is kind of throwing me off. I would think they would keep Kia, but I agree with the rest of the Sparks list of who they protect. Let's see. Moses says, I'm surprised. Kia Nurse, same. Summer says Kia is going back to Toronto. She may, but that's next season. I mean, that's what 2026. So she got to pick a team now. She got to be with a team at this point. So I honestly don't see. Well, it's all if the Valks draft her, she's going to the Valks. So then she's. I don't want to say she's stuck there, but then she's there, or she might just send. She might just sign a year contract. She might do that. Summer says Yaru could be used in mini. She could. That's true. Many could use her. They do need a strong post player. I just know she says she's not coming back to the Sparks. Jeremy says Sparks should keep either Ari McDonald or Kia Nurse. I still believe in Zia Cook. She's still young and can grow, but Ari and Kia are the ones, in my opinion. Okay. Summer says Zia Cook with the Mystics. Okay. Jeremy says, Summer, you're right. Kia is going to go back to Toronto. All right. The next group is the Washington Mystics. So, Mystics, Katie. Annie feels Mystics will protect Brittany Sykes, Ariel Atkins, Jade Melbourne, Shakira Austin, Aaliyah Edwards. Let me tell you something. If they don't leave Elena Deladon alone, she don't want to be there. Let that lady free. I bet she is mad. Like, don't protect me. Leave me alone. That's funny. But again, this is Annie saying protect Elena Deladon. Hold on, y'all. I got a runaway dog. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back, y'all. So sorry. That took longer than I expected it to, but I'm back. All right, let me see. B Will says, yeah, Ari was balling before the injury. Moses says, Dawson. Yeah, where is Big Mama Dawson at? Steph. Oh, I haven't got. I didn't finish. Hold on. Let me go back to the list real quick. I stopped in the middle. All right. Mystics will protect Brittany Sykes, Aria Atkins, Jay Melbourne, Shakira Austin, Aaliyah Edwards, Elena Deladon. I got stuck on Elena Deladon because she don't want to be protected. I'm sure of it. Unprotected, Stephanie Dawson, Carly Samuelson, I'm sorry. Shatori Rocker Kimbrough, Sika Kone, Emily Inksler, Suge Sutton, Julie Van Lowe. And that's how she says it. That's how it's pronounced. Van Lowe, not Van Loo. Lee Man. Ooh. Nastja Classens. Who are these? Y'all can read. Y'all can read these names. If you're listening, look at the roster from somewhere else. Look at this article because I'm not about to try to pronounce that. How do you say that? Texel Alarcon. This is horrible. I sound like I didn't go to college. This is crazy. Anyway, that's the list. Now, do I agree with this list? Big Mama Steph not protected is weird. Shatori Walker Kimbrough was balling this season when she had the opportunity. Julie Van Lowe, you're not going to keep Julie Van Lowe. That girl, that's a bucket. You want to keep Elena Deladon that bad. This is Annie now. You want to keep Elena Deladon who don't want to be kept so bad that you're going to let go of Julie Van Lowe? That's crazy. That's crazy to me. That's what Annie thinks. B. Will says, I agree with this list. Got to protect Deladon so you get something for her. She don't want to be kept. She will go dark again. I can see that, though. You do want to get money for her. I get that. I understand that. I get it. I'm just making a joke. But she's ready to go. So you got to trade her or something. But she don't want to be there. But maybe now that there's new ownership, there's going to be a new coach, that might change as well. I forgot about the factor those things in as well. Moses says, I disagree with her about Dawson. They'd be dumb to leave Dawson unprotected. Jeremy says they fired the general manager and the son, so depending on the coach selection, Deladon could be back. Yep, that's what I just came to the realization. B. Will says, if I'm Valkyries, I'm snatching up Suge outside of Vandersloot. She's the best point guard available in the expansion draft. Okay. B. Will says Van Lowe is okay, but she's not what she was hyped to be. She's fun, but not very efficient. But she can, if she has potential. She has potential. The way she played in the Olympics. B. Will said Nastia. What name was that? Whose name did I mess up? Oh, okay. The second to last name is Nastia. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Jeremy says, I would love men to get Mama Steph. She can be a good addition to the Lynx. That part. Eagles brother says, I mess up people's names at work all the time. B. Will says, I think. All right. And y'all laughing at me. Okay. Let's go to the Dream. Is this the last team? Yeah, this is the last team. The Dream. So Annie thinks they're going to protect Jordan Canada, Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, Naz Hillman, Nadia Pouch, Isabel Borlas. So they're not going to protect. This is crazy a little bit right here. You're not going to protect Letitia I'm here. Cheyenne Parker Tyus, Ariel Powers, Elena Rupert, Matilda Vila, Haley Jones, Maya Caldwell, Maddie, is that how you say that? Maddie Carzorla, Lorja Cubaj, and Nia Coffey. And then Tina Charles is unavailable to be drafted in the expansion draft. So that's interesting. I want to know what happened with Nadia, because Nadia was drafted first round to Atlanta Dream. And then I thought they cut her, but I guess they still own the rights to her. But somebody was saying that they just didn't come over to play. Like some of the international rookies or whatever decided not to play that season. They were coming next season, something like that. I don't know. I don't know who Isabel Borlas is. I'm not sure who that is. But Nadia, I remember her, very pretty. I remember her during draft night, very pretty girl from Australia. And I remember her name because it was the way it's spelled. Now that's funny how I know how to pronounce that, but they pronounced it at draft night. So I know that's Nadia, the way, but it's spelled something, something different. But I don't know. Obviously I agree with Jordan, Alicia, Ryan, probably Nas, but Cheyenne Parker Tyus, Haley Jones, Nia Coffey, Area Powers, those are some big names to leave out there. So I don't know. Again, they're gonna have a new coach. I would say free LA. I think Haley Jones will be good to go to the Valks. But I don't know. That's another one I'm not really quite sure of. But Moses says, of course they'll leave who unprotected. Leave unprotected. Jeremy says, please protect Haley Jones for God's sake. Please keep Haley with the Joneses. Jonathan says, man, you going through a lot of teams. Yep. I went through all 12. That's what I was gonna do. Moses says LA being left unprotected is obvious. She barely played in the W. Yeah. I could see her maybe going to the Valks. All right. So that was the expansion draft possibilities. We will see December 6th. I'll be live during the draft, so we'll see what goes down at that time. So now, are we ready to talk some NCAA basketball? We're an hour in. Are we ready to spend the rest of the time talking about LSU, South Carolina, Notre Dame, UCLA, USC? Like what y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about first? B. Will says you can't protect them all. I keep Cheyenne, but with Kalani Brown available, maybe you hope value take her instead. The Valks take her instead. B. Will says be right back. All right, we're going to talk about, let's talk about Notre Dame. That's the game. I didn't get to watch LSU play this morning. I was at work, or this afternoon. Didn't get to see that, but I did watch the Notre Dame game that came on Saturday. Notre Dame versus UCLA. Not UCLA. USC. And then I watched some of South Carolina versus UCLA because that game came on while I was at work, but I came home and watched a little bit, as much as I could of it. So let me see. Hold on. Jonathan says, honestly, I honestly want Sky to get Carrington to strengthen their defense and gain shooters in the paint. Excuse me, scores offense. I agree. I like Carrington. I like Carrington to Chicago. Hold on, y'all. Come back. I like Harrington to the sky. Give me Dejanay. All right. Eagles brother said, let's start with USC, Southern California. Okay, we're gonna start with Notre Dame versus USC. Let me tell you something about my Notre Dame Fighting Irish team. We kind of doing it right now. Not gonna lie. Like, I had an idea of what Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles would be like together, but I ain't gonna lie, I did not like see this. I didn't see this happening. Like, they are by far one of the most dominant at this point, productive. Is that the backcourt duos in the game right now? Like, they are, it's so crazy. Like, you already know Hannah Hidalgo. Now, her beliefs are her beliefs. I don't necessarily agree with what she does outside of basketball. I think she's young. I think, she has life to experience. I ain't talking about that. So those of you who may jump in my comments and have something to say about that, I'm just talking about basketball. So let's get that with that. Now, having said that, we already knew Hannah Hidalgo was crazy good off of last year. Like, her and Juju Watkins were neck and neck for most of the year. Points, motor, what they're doing for their teams, how they're facilitating the game. Like, they were neck and neck. And to see her match up with Olivia Miles, who is that girl is crazy. She's been hurt. She hasn't played for a full year, and she's come back like she never left. Like, she is playing. She ain't playing scared. She ain't playing worried. She not playing like she got something like she's worried. Because some people get injured. Obviously, some people get injured, and then they gotta feel it out first. Their bones ain't moving like it used to move, and they're kind of scared because they don't want to re-injure themselves. But Olivia has come out like she's like one of those horses that's just been like held back, like when they're getting ready to race and you open those doors and they just take off. That is Olivia Miles. And to have her with Hannah, they are both unselfish. They both know how to pass the ball. They both know how to facilitate offense. The only slight difference between the two of them is Hannah. Like this one guy said that I watch his replays on TikTok. If you think about breathing next to Hannah with that ball in your hand, don't do it, because she will steal that ball. You do not dribble near Hannah Hidalgo. You will lose that ball. She has an eye for whenever she can get take that ball away, whether she's poking it away or just straight snatching it. Her defense is great. She's so like amped up. Her energy is infectious. Like she is everything. And she can also score. Like, not only is she good at defense, she can score. The slight difference is, she's a person that's going to go for the steal. I believe she's averaging 5 steals a game at this point. Olivia is a passer. I don't know if y'all been watching, but if you can see some of those passes that Olivia has made, that is just spot on. And then she can also score. Like, they're too dangerous. It's like you got to pick your poison. And then if they decide that they don't want to score, they got Sonia Citron like right there. And then if they decide they want to go into the post, they got Leah Tu King right there. And they got Koval. Is it Koval or Koval, the freshman? She's dangerous. Like, they have the team that they have, man. It is it's like you don't even think about them having people that's injured. We still don't have Maddie Westbelt back yet. Like, and we got KK Bransford on the not Bransford. That she's from no, KK Bransford's from Notre Dame. Right. I think that's KK Bransford from Notre Dame. She's on the bench. Like they have a lot of their players still hurt, but let's look at these box scores from this game. Not to take away from USC. I'm just super excited for my Notre Dame girls. If y'all watched me last season, you know I had 3 teams that I was rooting for, that I was following. That was Notre Dame, that was LSU, and that was South Carolina. And so to see Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame is almost like an underdog, right? Because they don't really get talked about like the other teams get talked about. Like you hear about USC a lot. You hear about obviously South Carolina. You hear about LSU. You hear about all these other teams. You hear about Notre Dame, but you don't really hear about Notre Dame. Now you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice but to hear about Notre Dame because they are just playing lights out, crazy basketball, and it's just fun to watch. I'm so excited whenever they play because I want to see what this team is going to do with Olivia and Hannah on the floor. Like they have to be just so fun to play with. It was one, we're going to get to the box scores, but it was one play. I want to say was at the end of the first quarter or second. Might have been the end of the first. I can't remember. But they were on a fast break. Hannah had the ball. Hannah passes to Olivia Miles, who's at the 3-point line. Olivia hits it. Boom. The very next play, if I'm not mistaken, Hannah, somehow somebody pokes the ball away or USC misses. Another fast break. This time, Olivia has the ball. Who does she give it to? She passes it to Hannah Hidalgo, who's in the corner 3 spot. Hannah knocks down that corner 3 at the buzzer, ends the quarter, or maybe they called a timeout. I'm not really sure, but she was so hyped going back to the bench. Like they were just hitting on all cylinders. I really enjoy watching them. Like I'm very excited to see how far this team goes. And I don't know if y'all saw the little dance break that Neil Ivy had yesterday. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna pull it up. I have it on my Twitter, I think. I'm gonna show her like doing her little victory dance. Like I love that whole team with her middle part bust down. Neil was clean yesterday. Jonathan says, we're going to get to LSU. Flage is serious about winning the second championship. Yes, she is. Moses says, Coach Ivy is a genius. She came up with a great defensive game plan to contain Juju. Oh, they were smothering Juju. They were smothering Juju. She didn't, I mean, double, triple team. Like she still scored she got 24 points. I think she did. She still got her points in, but yeah, it was not easy. It was nothing easy about anything that she was trying to do during that game. Like it was hard fought the whole entire time. But hats off to her for still pushing through, but Notre Dame was just too much. Jeremy says Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles. Damn. Jeremy says, I can't wait for us to play Notre Dame December 12th. Who is us? Who plays December 12th? Eagles brother says Olivia Miles is definitely going no later than 2, which scares me because right now in the mock draft, Olivia Miles is number 3. And who has the number 3 pick? My team has the number 3 pick, Chicago Sky. We need a point guard. We need one real bad. Now, we also need a vet point guard, but we need a point guard. And Olivia Miles will fit that perfectly. I don't know if y'all saw it, but you do have Kiki Ariafin. That's how you say it, Ariafin. And Olivia Miles playing each other. Number right now in the mock draft, number 2 and number 3. Kiki is number 2, Olivia's number 3. You had Chicago Sky coach there, Tyler. You had LA Sparks coach there, the new coach. And I think they're both looking at Olivia, and I'm really kind of scared, but I think even though Kiki is supposed to go 2, I think the Sparks are going to take Olivia at 2. I really think that. That coach from Utah, we talked about it last week. She is very big on 3-ball and high percentage post shots. She does not like mid-range shots at all. And when you watch Olivia, the way that she can shoot that ball with ease from the 3, and the way she can drive to the lane and get those high percentage post shots, that's right up that lady's alley. And LA also needs a point guard. So I think LA is going to lean towards choosing Olivia Miles as their number 2 pick, which is probably, I mean, I don't know what move Chicago will make after that. Do we then go for Pow Pow at number 3? Because we need a point guard. Do we go for the wing that they want? They want someone 6 feet and higher. Do we go for Nisa Morrow? Or do we go for Sonia Citron? I think Sonia is 6'1", Anissa is 6 feet. What do we do? I don't know. I don't know yet. We have to see it's all going to depend on what we do in the free agency. The people that they pick will kind of determine how they're going to pick in the draft. But anyway, yes, I am afraid that I'm happy for Olivia to go 2, but I'm scared because I want Olivia in Chicago. Moses says, I forgot about her beliefs. Isn't she anti-lesbian? I don't know her full beliefs, but she just quoted or posted some disparaging things that I didn't agree with. But, again, I'm separating that from just talking about basketball because, the girl is 18 and, we all got to grow and learn on our own. So I ain't got, it is what it is. Jonathan says Hannah Hidalgo has that defensive back motor on defense, quick feet, very fast, and intercepts those balls as she steals. She definitely should be the face of women's basketball next to Juju. Eagles brother says, I loved all the stars that came out for that game. Oh, yeah. Snoop was there. Michael B. Jordan was there. I mean, I saw De'Erica, Ray Burrell, Cameron Brink. Who else was there that I saw? Was what's that guy's name? Jason Sudeikis that comes to the New York games. I don't know if he was at that game or if he was at South Carolina game. I don't remember. Jeremy says December 12th, UConn at Notre Dame. Oh, that's going to be good. December 12th. That's going to be real, real good. Jeremy says there's a big 3, UConn, USC, South Carolina, but outside is a group that can definitely win the Natty this season. Notre Dame, Texas, UCLA, and LSU. All right, Danae is in the house. What's going on? Stopping by to show some love and like the live. Hey, JSpot. Hey, chat. Thank you so much for stopping by. Eagles brother says that Notre Dame coach definitely got people sliding in her DMs, especially after that game. That's Coach Ivy. That's my girl. Jonathan says, I know Olivia has improved on her shooting, but that doesn't mean LA should draft her because Miles don't fit their system because it's going to be all about 3-point shooter and Miles is still a passer first. Yeah, but she can be a passer. There's nothing wrong with passing the ball. What their coach wants is somebody who can shoot the 3 and somebody who can drive or, either shoot. It's a little range she drew out, but shoot in the post area, take the post shot or shoot the 3. Nothing in between. So just because she's a post passer doesn't mean that they don't want her on her team. They need a point guard to run the offense. You still need a point guard there. She just so happens that she can also score the 3 ball if she wanted to, and she can drive. So I do think she's appealing to LA because not everybody can't be the shooter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's 5 people on the team. It can't just everybody be the shooter. Everybody has a part to play. So if her role on the team is to facilitate, pass the ball, and be ready when the ball comes back to you to shoot that three, I think Olivia can do it. I think she's a hot commodity. And I can see it working in what that lady wants to do in LA. I can see it. But she also said she understands her personnel. She's not coming in to like change everything, right away or do anything like that. She has to learn her people, learn what they're good at, and work with what she has, is what she said. So it may eventually turn into what she's doing at Utah or what she was doing at Utah. But for right now, it sounds like she's going to like slow it up a bit and not like completely change everybody's game. Jeremy says Hannah Hidalgo is the best two-way player in the nation. Jonathan says she needs to be in a system where she can set her teammates in good offense position to dish the bigs the ball for scoring in the paint. And she can do that. I don't see what's stopping her from being able to do that if she's in LA. But let's look at these. I got the box scores ready, y'all. Just real quick. So Notre Dame did beat USC 74-61. And if I'm not mistaken, Notre Dame was number 6 and South Carolina was number 3. I forgot to talk about the polls. They moved up in the polls because of these games, but we'll talk about it right at the end. But USC never led in this game, not once. Notre Dame was up, I think, as much as 21 points. And they were just giving it to the girls. So let's look at these box scores. Hannah Hidalgo, 24 points, 5 steals, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Olivia Miles had 20 points, 3 steals, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. Did she have any steals? I did say 3 steals. Sonia Citron had a light day. She only had 9 points. She did have 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 3 rebounds. We have Kate Koval, 8 points, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 1 assist, 7 rebounds. Leah Tu King, I'm happy to see her back. 5 points, 4 steals, and 11 rebounds. Prosper had 8 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 rebounds. And then Emma Reich did not, well, she was in the game, but she didn't score, but she did have 1 rebound. They were just, the largest lead was 21 points. The score was tied twice, but they never lost the lead. They had 20 fast break points, 28 points in the paint. They scored 22 points off of USC's turnovers, and they had 8 bench points, but they ain't got no bench. So those 8 points probably came from Prosper. And then USC, Juju Watkins did have 24 points. She had 2 steals, 1 block, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Kiki had 15 points, 1 block, 2 assists, 9 rebounds. Talia Van Olenhoffen, I know I ain't say that right, but she had a couple of good big shots when they were trying to make their comeback. She was trying to ball out a little bit. 10 points, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. Raya Marshall had 6 points, 2 steals, 4 blocks, 3 assists, and 9 rebounds. And Kaylee Heckle, 6 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. And that was all for them. So they only had 15 points off turnovers. They had no bench points. No bench points at all. No. They had 36 points in the paint, 8 fast break points, 6 second chance points. They never had the lead. But yeah, that was that. So great job for Notre Dame. That was a really big game. A sold out crowd, if I'm not mistaken. And Notre Dame put their name out there and let people know that they are just as much as contenders as anybody else. Um, Jonathan says she'll do a lot better in Chicago. I want Olivia in Chicago. Give me Olivia. So I'm with you, Jonathan. Honestly, LA should keep Odyssey Sims. I think she'll fit the Sparks better, and they can draft a point guard like Harmony Turner. Ooh, Harmony's been balling too in Harvard. Eagles brother says, I was not impressed with Kiki. I like her at Stanford, but I know the team is still trying to gel with the new pieces. Yeah, she wasn't as I guess productive as she could have been. It was just too much. I think it was too much for them to try to figure out, and with them smothering Juju like that, is like who was going to be that person to step up, and it just wasn't falling for them. Jonathan says Juju misses her partner in crime, Kennedy Smith. They missed her because she's someone they could have used for sure. So yeah. Oh, I totally forgot this. I had a bunch of people in here earlier. Give me the thumbs up if y'all are in here on your way in or on your way out. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I forget to ask for that. And I was 11 away from 1,000 subs. So if you are not a subscriber, you are watching this, whether you're watching it live or watching the replay. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that sub button. I'm trying to get to 1,000, and I'm 11 away. Well, as of when I started this live, I don't know where I am now. Juju. Jonathan said, praying that Kiki area. I almost said her name wrong. Area Finn keeps it up from now on to bring her stock back up to convince the Sparks she's worth their number 2 pick. Yeah, take her at number 1, number 2. I don't know if they would even take her. Not to say she couldn't be good there, but I mean, you already have, depending on what you do, you got De'Erica, you got Rikia already there, you got Azrea. Like Kiki, where is she going to fit in with that if they keep those people there? They need a point guard more than they need Kiki's position, whether she plays 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever position they put her in. I don't see them needing to have her there. So I don't even know if they would pick her at number 2 unless they end up moving a bunch of pieces around to have her. But either way, she's going to have to come off the bench. I don't really see her taking any of the starters' spots. That's just me. So now, should we go talk about South Carolina next? Should we get into South Carolina? Jonathan says, or the Sparks should see about drafting Destiny Adams out of Rutgers. That's an idea. Let's talk about my South Carolina Gamecocks, shall we? So, South Carolina played UCLA yesterday, and we did not win. South Carolina was on a 43-game win streak. Y'all know they were undefeated last season. This was their first regular season loss since 2022. No, it wasn't 2022. When was it? I got to look it up because their last 2 losses, their last loss came in the Final Four. And I think the loss before that came in the tournament. They've only lost, prior to this loss, they had only lost 3 games in the past 3 years prior. And now with this loss, they haven't lost. This would be their second loss in 2 years. So it's been a long time. I'm just going to say that. It's been a long time. I'm not really mad at it. I'll be honest. December 2021. Thank you, Jeremy. I ain't really mad at that, to be honest. Dawn had said something earlier when she was talking about her schedule. And she said she wants her girls to be ready for the tournament. She wants them to be ready for conference play. She wants them to be ready for the tournament. She wants them to be ready for them to go to the finals again. And if that means they can't go undefeated, then that means they can't go undefeated. But she wants them to take all the bumps and bruises that they can now, so that when it does come down to tournament time, or it does come down to conference play, that they got all that out their system. She said she didn't expect them to go undefeated. That was prior to them losing. She said this like a couple of games ago. So, I mean, it happened. They weren't playing well. None of their shots were falling. It didn't look like the South Carolina that I know. But again, it happened. They're going to learn from it. And I think it's good, especially for the ones that, like, not to say they deserve it, but it's like for Wiley and Tessa Johnson, Chloe Kitts, even Pow Pow, they've not lost on the South since they've been with South Carolina. They've not lost a game. They don't know what that feels like. And to be honest, a lot of that team obviously doesn't know really what that feels like, because this is only their fourth loss in 3.5 years. So it is foreign to them, but sometimes you have to feel that. You got to understand that you're not going to coast all the time, that you are going to have to hit some bumps along your path. And this is a young team. One thing that is very, very, very glaring, and I think I said this on here already, but Camila Cardoso not being there is showing more and more that is an issue for that team. And I didn't think it would be as big of an issue as it's turning out to be, and not an issue where they can't overcome it. But those are some big shoes to fill. No pun intended. Like a lot of people, I don't think they understood what Camilla meant to South Carolina, like what she really did on that team, what she meant on that team, the presence of her being on that team. A lot of people slept on Camilla, especially when she got drafted. Why is she number 3? She doesn't do anything on her team. She's not even the leading scorer. She doesn't blah, 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 blah. They didn't understand. Now that you're watching South Carolina, you can see what is missing for real. And that is post presence. They just don't have it. Chloe was getting, oh, my poor Chloe. She was getting tossed up and down. She was trying hard, but she could not. Now they did do a good job against Lauren Betts in the beginning. I think that first half, she only scored 3 points. So they were trying to do something. They were making some kind of difference in the beginning, but I think they were getting tired. They were getting worn down. And I mean, I don't really know, what's going on with Fagan. I know Chloe is trying, not saying Fagan isn't trying, but just the production. I thought Fagan would be a lot more productive this season. Ashlyn Watkins wasn't playing with the team in the beginning, so maybe it's just her getting her feet back into it, just getting gelled back into everything. That might take her a minute. We know that Adele, who was the closest, I believe, to Camilla's size, I think she's 6'6". She is coming off an injury. She's also technically like a freshman. So she's trying to get into the groove of things. Joyce Edwards is trying to do what she can do, but she's a freshman as well. It's just them trying to get back into the swing of things and figure out where they fit. Sakima Walker, also, that's somebody who wasn't getting a lot of minutes last season. And both Chloe Kitts and Tessa Johnson said something yesterday that totally made sense, which, is what I'm saying. What they said, I think Tessa said this. She said, whenever we needed a boost, whenever we were down, whatever our offense wasn't right, all we did was pass it to Camilla. Give it to Camilla and she would make something happen, whether she's scoring, she draws the defense, leaves somebody open, she can toss it back out. But that was our safety blanket. Like whenever things were like kind of going crazy, give it to Camilla and we could, we can fix it. And Chloe pretty much said the same thing. Like, she didn't say she didn't realize, but she was like, she loved playing with Camilla. Now, she sees like the impact and she knows the impact that Camilla had. And it's just, they don't necessarily have that right now. So it's a little bit more, it's not as easy to play in the post as it once was. I mean, you got 6'7", 215 pounds, Camilla Cardoso there. You know what I'm saying? Like she's protecting that rim, she's protecting that paint. And all you have to do is supplement that. You know what I'm saying? So, and if the guards aren't, like, the guards have been off. The guards have kind of been off lately. I mean, besides like Tessa and Pow Pow, they're not really being consistent. You're not getting a bunch of consistency from like Bree Hall, even for Wiley. I mean, she has her moments. She's great. I'm not taking anything away from Lay. Lay is great, but it's just the consistency. It seems like a lot of their shots aren't falling. My poor Raven Johnson, her offense isn't there yet. She can run an offense like point guard, but her offense, like getting points on the board, is just not there this season right now. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but they are missing Camilla. That's one thing I know for sure. So until they work that out and get that figured out, they might struggle a little bit, but I believe in Dawn, and I believe that she knows what she's doing. And I also believe that she wants to teach them a lesson. I mean, if you watch that game, Dawn did not call a bunch of timeouts. I think she called one. She let them play through it, whether they were down by 22 or 21 or whatever. She just let them play through it. I think she really wanted them to know, like, this is a lesson. If you don't want to feel this again, you got to bring it in practice. You got to bring it on that floor. You got to pay attention. You got to get your confidence back, whatever that looks like. Get your practice time in so those shots can start falling again. But I think she wanted them to play through it, to understand that they're not going to be rescued with that whistle when times are tough. They need to figure it out as a team, the five that's out there on the floor. And so, I mean, I trust Dawn. Dawn has won championships. Dawn has gone undefeated. She knows what she's doing. And so I'm with it. And like I said, I'm not mad. UCLA played a great freaking game. Everything they were tossing up was going in. It was crazy. Anything they wanted, they got. And yeah, it was a learning lesson for South Carolina. And I want to see what they do the next game. I think they're going to learn their lesson, and they're going to continue to grow and get better, especially the post players. So, I ain't mad at it, but hats off to UCLA, because they did the damn thing. And we're going to look at the box scores in a second. Let's see. UCLA had a heck of a shooting day, and they did a great job finding a way to score in the paint. Moses says Lauren Betts played an unbelievable defensive game yesterday. Moses also says, remember how we talked about how Camilla's presence is missed last week, Jay? They definitely needed Miller there to match up versus Betts yesterday. Yep, you're exactly right, Eagles Brothers. Or Moses, I'm sorry. Eagles Brothers says, I think that loss will be South Carolina gather around the campfire sort of moment. They will bounce back. As for UCLA, I look forward to my family and I going to see them when they come up to Seattle in December. Okay. That's going to be good. Jonathan says, with Camilla gone, UCLA took advantage of the opportunity to attack the paint. Yep. Teams started really going to the hoop against South Carolina ever since Camilla left for the WNBA. Yeah, because that's where they're lacking. Even though they have size there, they're not as effective, and they're not as dominant as Camilla was. Jeremy says South Carolina are undersized. They just lost. They're just one loss, but you got teams, especially in the SEC, that's going to give their best to SC. That part. And also, who doesn't want to take down like the giant? Who doesn't want to stop the undefeated team from being undefeated? You know what I'm saying? Like, they are the team to beat. They are the reigning national champions. And people saw how they ran through teams last season. Like, literally. literally no real like competition. Maybe a couple of games kind of shook them a little bit. That Tennessee game, I think it was what Ohio was it Ohio? They kind of shook them too. I mean, of course, they always have a battle with LSU. Um, but for the most part, they ran through teams. And I think coaches and teams in the offseason looked at that and said, what do we need to do to compete against this team? And now that they kind of have a weak spot, so to say, they're attacking that. They see that it's like blood in the water for these teams. They see that, they're scouting that, and we're probably going to see a lot of them attacking South Carolina in the paint. So the only thing they're going to be able to do, they have to either get these bigs on the program, or the guards are going to have to start to outshoot them, outscore them, because these teams, they're watching and they're coming for South Carolina. Jeremy says South Carolina played a more aggressive Camila Cardoso on the other team. Yep. Political says she says she wanted them to fill this one. Yeah, I figured. Summer says UCLA was hooping. Political says it was a great scout and a great game plan. Oh yeah, UCLA had it locked and loaded. Summer says, I don't like how people try to come for UCLA for celebrating their win. They deserve to celebrate. They played a heck of a game, all 40 minutes. Yeah, I don't mind. Like, just like Notre Dame, Neil Ivy was doing her little dance in the locker room. Yeah, UCLA should celebrate. You just stopped a streak of 43 straight games. That was the reigning champs. They hadn't lost a game. What did we say? Since December 2001, they hadn't lost a regular season game since December of 2021. Yeah, you're going to celebrate that. Why not? Of course you will. Waddy Mac said, okay, J-Spot, what up? What's up, Waddy Mac? Jeremy says, South Carolina is following the same formula as UConn has. Gino has always made his players look in the mirror and hold them accountable. Same thing with Kim Mulkey. Now Don is doing that. Yep. Not the Angry Orchard, girl. Yeah, I needed a little something. They don't sponsor me, so I'm gonna turn the bottle around like Angel be doing when she do her press conferences. They don't pay me, so you're not getting no free advertisement over here. But I'm still gonna drink it. All right, let's look at the. Did we look at the box score? Let's look at the box score. All right. Who we with? Okay, South Carolina is first. So leading South Carolina was Tahina Paopao. Now, Paopao, I will say, although they lost this game, Paopao has shown that she has been in that gym, working it out, doing what she needs to do to not only improve her game, but to get her draft stock up. She is everywhere. She's shooting the three like she normally does, but now she's driving to the basket more. She's more aggressive. She has been kind of like bailing them out when they needed it. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough this time to help with that. But Paopao had 18 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. The girl was 4 for 4 on her three-pointer. So she was on the three-pointers yesterday. Then we had Tessa Johnson, another one. Tess, big time Tess is what I call her. Tess was coming through. She's another. I call them. Look, you notice how Tahina or how Paopao doesn't have that little streak in her hair anymore, and usually she has it in a puff or she has braids or something. She's wearing the slick back bun, exactly like Tessa Johnson. Them the slick back sisters. You have the Splash Brothers, and then you got the slick back sisters. That's what I'm gonna call them. But Tessa Johnson had 14 points. She had 1 assist, 3 rebounds. She shot 2 for 3 of three-pointers, 14 points. And then it kind of just was spread out from there. Ashlyn Watkins had 8 points. What does it say? 3 steals. Okay, Ashlyn. 2 blocks, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Fagan only had 4 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 rebound. Bree Hall, 3 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 3 rebounds. Raven Johnson, my girl. I just want her to feel better, get better. I know she will. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, Raven. I ain't giving up on Crockpot. Raven had 3 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds. Chloe had 2 points, 2 steals, 7 rebounds. Joyce Edwards, 6 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Maddie McDaniel came in off the bench. I like Maddie. Maddie's good. Maddie's gonna be good for us. 4 points, 2 steals, 4 assists. Sakima Walker didn't have any points. Malaysia Fulwale, there was a lot of talk. Malaysia only played 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 42 seconds in the game. She was definitely benched. Again, there's a lot of talk going on online. People are very upset about it. They're saying that Lay should leave and that Don is not a good coach and blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm going to trust the lady who's won 2 of the last 3 national championships and had 2 undefeated seasons. I think she knows what she's doing. Whatever happened or whatever didn't happen, whatever was going on, she felt like she needed to bench her. Now, sometimes when our favorite players aren't playing, we get real upset. Shout out to me and Summer, because when our favorite players got benched on Chicago, when Camilla wasn't in that game, we were talking noise. We were very upset. But I trust Dawn Staley. Whatever it is that she's doing, I know she knows what she's doing, and whatever it was that she felt like Malaysia was supposed to be doing that she didn't do, I'm sure is going to be fixed, and we'll see her again. I don't think Malaysia is going anywhere. I don't think there's any, it's just 1 loss in 1 game. We don't know. It may be other losses too, but I think whatever it is, they're going to get it together, and we'll see Lay with the butter on the floor. We will see her. So they scored 11 points off the turnovers that UCLA had. There was 18 points in the paint. They only had 1 fast break point, which is crazy. 1 fast break point. They did have 32 bench points because, we know South Carolina's bench can get busy when it needs to. 14 second chance points. They never led. It was never tied. Never had any lead changes. And so let's look at UCLA. We had, who scored the most points? Why is this thing in a way? Can they move that? London Jones had 15 points, 3 steals, 2 rebounds. Then we had Milena Arnasolo. Don't want to mess that name up, but she had 13 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Lauren Betts had 11 points, 14 rebounds, 4 blocks, 4 assists. Kiki Rice had 11 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 assists, 1 rebound. Angela Ducalit, she had 5 points, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. Tamia Gardner had 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Janiyah Barker, I forgot Janiyah was on UCLA. She had 8 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. Gabriella Jacques had 11 points, 3 rebounds. And Kendall and Avery did not score. And if you look down here, they had 26 points in the paint. When is the last time you saw a team outscore South Carolina in the paint? That's crazy. 15 points off of turnovers. They had 8 fast break points, 34 bench points, 11 second chance points. Their largest lead was 23. And they balled out. They simply balled out. They beat South Carolina 77-62, handing them their first regular season loss since 2021. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me see. Y'all been talking. Let's see. Let me try to find it. All right. Hidden gems all through this draft. Just watch Michaela Timpson. Who's that? Summer, what you laughing at? My Angry Orchard? Jonathan says, I didn't like how people came at Flau'jae when she was blowing kisses to the other team's bench. It's just competition. I love that. I love it. If anybody knows me, I love it. I love trash talk. I love when players get a little, they start feeling themselves. I love that. Just be able to take it. That's all I'm saying. If you can dish it, you have to be able to take it. The ones that can't take it, they get all sour and start complaining, then I don't respect that. But I love me. You can taunt a little bit. I don't care about that. Y'all know that's the main reason why I was drawn to Angel Reese when she played with LSU. I love it. I love all that. So they're mad at Flau'jae, whatever. They'll get over it. Summer says, I love my co-couch coach. Love you right back. Summer says, Pow Pow had definitely stepped up, no doubt about it. Jonathan says, Pow Pow and Tessa Johnson are only two that showed up for their UCLA game. Summer says, I can't spell tonight. Jonathan says, definitely would like Pow Pow to come to the sky. Yeah, if we can't get Olivia Miles, I hope they go for Pow Pow if they're still interested in getting a point guard. I think Pow Pow has definitely improved and she can continue to improve. The thing with the rookies, though, they don't have time. Like, this is their moment. So if she's going to do any more improvement, it's going to have to be done this season. And then she's going to have to just grow with whatever W team she's on. Hopefully that team allows her to grow and develop. And she's going to be great. She'll be great. Jeremy says people still be hating LSU, still have Flau'jae and Kim Mulkey. Jonathan says they're threatened by LSU. That's why. Wally Mac says too many options this year in the draft. But mostly players that can be developed. 6'2" guard Sellers from Maryland is projected to the sky at 10. Now they changed that. They must have changed it because they had Olivia at 10 and Olivia at 10. Olivia at 3, Pow Pow at 10. The last that I saw, but they might have updated it. RC says, Jay, I'm sorry we had to do y'all like that. It's okay. I'm happy that your team won. So congratulations, RC. I forgot that is one of your teams. So congratulations. Jeremy says LSU are some real ones who don't run away from smoke. Jonathan says Ravens still did well at playing defense. She just couldn't stop that great shooting by UCLA. Yeah, Raven is still going to lock them up. She's still seatbelt gang. She can still facilitate a team. She's a really good coach on the floor as far as like I said, running the offense and running the team. But her personal offense is just not there right now. Marcus says they look real beatable without Camilla defense inside. Yeah, they do. But we'll see. The important thing is how do they bounce back from that? RC says, Jay, I didn't really exhale from my Bruins until almost 3 minutes left in the game. I'm surprised they did let South Carolina come back in the game in that fourth quarter because they were down bad and then they ended up chipping away at that lead. Moses says, it's only one loss. Why are some people talking about Fawali transferring? Yeah, it's one loss, is one game. There's a lot of season left. We hadn't even started conference play yet. Like, people need to relax. There's a lot of time. Jonathan says people who said Don should get fired needs to lay off the crack. I didn't even hear the fired part, but they definitely are on some kind of drug. If you're talking about firing Don Staley for benching for Wiley one game, like, do y'all know who Don Staley is and what she does? They'll be okay. RC says to Moses, that's such a vibe killer to say Malaysia is out the door. Who are those people that jumpstart these things? Just curious. RC says, for UCLA, it was really a collective unit team when you look at our scoring, and you're probably like, who did all the scoring? But again, it was evenly spread out contribution. Yeah. Everybody was getting, like I said, everybody was getting what they want. Like it was crazy watching it. Political Lil says what the bench was talking smack to her. What? The bench was talking smack to her. Her shot wasn't going in, so she clapped back. You're talking about Flage? Michaela Thompson, 624 for Florida State, senior, averaging 20 points, 12 rebounds, making about 53% from the field. Okay, I'll keep my eye out for her. Jeremy says South Carolina young players also need to earn their spot, except going along with the ride like they won last year. I see what you're saying. Yeah, they need a little skin in the game. They need a little controversy. They need to feel like what it feels like to lose a little bit. Like it humbles you a little bit. Like not to say that they need it, like as South Carolina needs to be humble, but it's something when you first come to a team and y'all don't lose and then y'all win a championship, like you feel like y'all are invincible. And sometimes, not to say that they lose that flair, but sometimes you get comfortable and you get complacent because you're used to the winning. You know what I'm saying? You're not used to having to like I'm not even gonna say fight back, because there are games where they had to like fight to win those games, but it just helps you to like know that you're human too. Like now they realize, oh, yeah, these teams aren't playing around. Anybody can get it, right? So it's good for them. Marcus says, I pick Flage, Alexis Morris, and Reese over any tandem. They were fired together. Yep, I agree. RC says, delay really waved Dawn off, and Kiki Rice gutting out her shoulder injury was really a boost for us. As a junior, she brings some poise and dope ball handling to our team. I heard that she did wave Dawn off, and if she did that, then that's probably why she was on the bench. I didn't see it, but I wasn't really paying attention. But if she waved Dawn Staley off, like we've talked about this before. We talked about this in comparison to Chicago. Like, it don't matter who you are. You can be the star player. If you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're on Dawn Staley's team, you will not play. She don't care who you are. Last season, something happened. She didn't start Raven or Camilla. They both had to sit on the bench because she said they broke some rules or something. Something happened where they broke some rules of the team. They did something they weren't supposed to do. She didn't start them. I forgot who they were playing, but they didn't start. And they didn't come in like right away either. They came in very late in like the first quarter. And she didn't even play them long either. She don't care. She don't care if the game is on the line. Like, you will follow the process that she's laying down as that coach. You will respect her. You will follow those rules, or you won't be on the team. As simple as that. If you don't want to be on the team, then, good riddance. I'll write you a good letter. But I think that's why people, they earn their respect. Like Dawn earns their respect, but she also holds them accountable. And I think that goes a long way. So when they are winning, when they are doing those things, when she is yelling at them, they know it's coming from a loving place because she wants them to be better. Like, I think she teaches them more things than just basketball. You know what I'm saying? I think she's like molding these minds to like get ready for the real, the real world you're going to step out into in 3 to 4 or 5 years or whatever. So whatever her methods are, they work. And it don't matter who you are. You will sit on that bench if you're not doing what, we all agreed to that we needed to do as a team. So if that's what happened, that's what happened. I don't know, but I do know Dawn will sit you. She don't care. London Jones from UCLA. She's a dog. RC says, obviously Kiki does more than that, but she's working off the rust yesterday. Glad she didn't try to do too much. Wody Mac says, I hear y'all on defensive Raven, but nowadays give me a player that can get a bucket, a good scorer, still going to get a good bucket, get a bucket on good defense. People hype Sanaya Rivers on D, but she score. And the thing is, Raven can score. Raven was scoring last season. I don't know. It's just some kind of slump she's going through. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm not giving up on Crockpot. I'm still holding on. If you can't, the thing is, if you can't get your offense going, you don't give up. You find another way to be effective. And it's always they always say, coaches always say, if you can't get your offense going, get your defense going, because it's going to turn into offense eventually. So that's what she's doing. Like I said, she's she's doing a great job at point guard, getting the ball where it needs to get to, controlling the team, doing her defense. And eventually her shot, because she's taking good shots. They're just not falling for whatever reason. They're going to fall sooner or later. So I'm hanging with Crockpot. RC says, Jay, who dissatisfied you the most about yesterday's game? UCLA versus South Carolina. About yesterday's game, UCLA versus South Carolina, and what were you happy to see, even though the blowout? Dissatisfied the most. I'm not gonna say I was dissatisfied with anything, really. I think that I don't know why this light is so freaking bright. Hold on. The light is bright. I wasn't dissatisfied with anything other than their shots just weren't falling. They seemed to kind of be, I don't want to say discombobulated, but you can tell there was something missing there, and they just got to work through it. So I mean, I wish a lot of their shots would have fallen. I wish that the post players would have been more dominant and not kind of just got ran through by UCLA's post. But they didn't give up. I'm happy that they didn't give up. I'm happy that they kept trying. You can see Adele like trying, willing herself to try to like make something shake in the post. You can see Chloe Kitts is always trying. You can see like the team is trying to help each other win, but they kind of don't know where to look. That's another thing. Like they said, they knew whenever they were in some kind of trouble, the focal point was going to be Camilla. They had that one person they knew, this is who we're going to give the ball to, and she's going to help us either score or she's going to figure out some way to get one of us open, because she's going to draw defense and then we'll be ready. Like they had an offense going where they had a focal point. And I think right now they don't have a focal point. So it's kind of like they're kind of playing where we used to be able to pass to the post, and now that's not the case. And Chloe, as good as she's been doing, you know, there's still some things that she needs to work on to be even more dominant there. And she's trying. Like Chloe is trying her best. Like she has effort. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of Pow Pow. I'm proud of Tess. Like I'm proud of the team for still trying, but you can tell there's some stuff they need to work through. So hopefully they can do that and find out who that person or those people are going to be for their go-tos. Because right now it's not consistent. RC says, would she have benched Asia though, Jay? I highly doubt it. Asia can get benched too. I didn't watch back then, but what I'm saying is that the games that I watched, I didn't watch when Asia was playing, but a lot of the games after that, I'm saying Dawn is not afraid to bench whoever it is. You don't think Camilla was an important part of the team last season? You don't think Raven was important to the team as a starting point guard? You don't think Chloe was important to the team as being the 4 to Camilla's 5? Like, she don't care. She benched Lay last season. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. She benched her last season. And Malaysia said, you know what? She did bench me. I was mad about it. Then I realized what it was. And I told her I was sorry and I was gonna fix it. It was defense. She was missing her defensive assignment. And so coach took her out. And she was balling that game too, but coach took her out, benched her. And ever since then, Malaysia has been so good at defense. It only took that one time of being benched that she turned herself around on defense. And she even said that herself. Like, I knew what I needed to do. I apologized to coach. I started working on it. I never was a person that really like played defense, but like that this is me. I understand now defense is going to turn into offense. It's going to make my offense much better. And she never benched her after that. Now here we are again. So it just depends. I think she'll bench whoever she needs to. She's not scared. Jonathan says, I heard Don was trying to consult with Malaysia, and Malaysia waved her off, and that's why Don benched her for the rest of the game. Oh, okay. Something like that. I didn't see it again. So I don't know. RC says, Jay, oh my God, Tessa was frightening me during the game. I was literally sitting there saying, Tessa going to cook them back into the game. Yeah, big time Tess. She's a winner. She's a winner. She's going to be great for that team. Hey, y'all, while y'all in here, give me the thumbs up. And I am 11 away from 1,000, or I was. I don't know where I am now. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. It's fun over here. You don't want to miss my lives and miss our conversations. All right, back to the program. Nubian Sage, am I saying that right? Pow was scared to shoot. I mean, she was 4 for 4. I don't know if she was scared to shoot, but I wasn't like 100% paying attention to every single thing in the game. From what I saw, she was their bright light, her and Tessa Johnson. Gamble 310 says Olivia Miles was too much for them. USC had chemistry issues. Yeah. Yep. RC says Audie gonna have a tough time. I think Betts is too big. Audie is too big. I don't know. Maybe Audie cooks. I don't know. That's why they play the game. That'll be a good matchup to see. We shall see. Jeremy says RC. She did bench Asia early in her tenure at South Carolina. Programs like South Carolina, UConn, LSU, the coaches are the stars. If you're not following their process, you will not play. Christopher says, damn, I didn't know Malaysia waved off Don. Is this true? Political says one of the bigs needs to get to the elbow and free throw it. It was open all day. They needed to do something. They just weren't getting it. RC says, okay, thanks. I didn't know. Asia is a GOAT to me in the W. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch her at South Carolina very much. She had to come from somewhere. Like you just not automatic GOAT. And I'm sure all the hard work she put in at South Carolina and through her rookie year, her second, third year, and all that stuff helped build her to the person she is today. And she credits Dawn Staley for almost everything in her life. So if she was benched, I'm sure it was for a reason, and I'm sure the lesson was learned. Christopher wants to know, did Fawali really wave off Dawn? If she did that, I could see why she was benched. RC says, Jay, I hope you off tomorrow because you put in OT in here tonight. But the show is awesome. Definitely not rushing you. Take your time, Jay. The show is epic. I'm actually going to be getting off pretty soon. It is getting late. I only have one more topic. We'll briefly talk about LSU because I didn't watch the game. But if y'all want to talk about LSU, drop it in the comments. I'll read your comments. We can discuss it that way. And then I'm going to go over the polls and then I'll be out. But I am not off tomorrow, but I don't work until late. So I get to sleep in. As soon as I'm off of here, I'm going to sleep. Adrian says South Carolina needs a lineup change. What do you think? What do you think the lineup should be? RC says I'm 10 away. You're 10 away. So one person subbed and I'm 10 away. Political says 9 away. I'm 9 away from 1,000. So whether you're watching this live or if you're watching this in the replay, go ahead and subscribe to the JSpotNetwork. where we talk women's hoops. I also talk entertainment. I also talk music. I have a podcast. We do everything over here. I go live once a week. I call it JSpot Live. This is what you're tuned into right now. We talk women's basketball because women's basketball is 365 days, and I'm so excited. So back to your scheduled program. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Moses says, how far in the top 25 rankings do you think SC will drop? Didn't they drop down to 5 in the AP today? I think they dropped down to 5. I don't see them dropping any further than that. Maybe 6. It depends on if they lose another game or not and who they lose to. But let me see if I can find it. Who sent me? Did she send it to me here? I get so many messages. I got to find out where the AP poll was sent to. I think they're number 5. Here it is. No, number 4. Sorry, they're number 4. I don't see them dropping any lower than, if they do drop some more, 6. But I think they'll climb back up. Once everybody starts shaking loose and some of these undefeated teams aren't undefeated anymore, I think they'll come up. Nubian Sage says the second half she was scared to shoot even after picks. Okay. Christopher says, wow, damn, Fawali should have known better than to wave off Dawn. She should not have done that at all. Dawn definitely sent a message then. Summer says, woohoo, go Jay. Why? What happened? Jonathan says, Dawn is all about discipline, not babying, arrogance and frustration. Summer says, I don't believe Dawn called a single timeout that game. She did call one. She called one. I don't know when, but I remember looking at the screen and it said that South Carolina had 3 timeouts and UCLA had 4. So she called a timeout at some point, but she only called one. She ain't called not another one that whole game. Political says LSU was for sure didn't look good, but Washington was a bad matchup. It happens. They came back and won. I think they were behind by double digits. Nubian Sage says number 4. Political says Michaela didn't score not one bucket. Who we talk? Oh, Michaela. Are we talking about Michaela MK? I call her MKW, but oh, sorry, I got a message. Moses says, sorry. The LSU game was weird. Washington led the game for 58 minutes and 54 seconds of the game, but ended up losing. Well, let's look at the box scores real quick. We're going to talk about AP, and then we are out of here. So let me see. LSU women's basketball. I didn't watch. I will, if it's on ESPN Plus, I can pull it up and watch it. I'll probably watch it. I'm not going to watch it tonight. Maybe I'll watch it. I'll watch it sometime this week. See what my girls were up to. Let's see. They played Washington in the Bahamas, and they play NC State next, y'all. Y'all know that? Next, this Wednesday, they're going to play NC State. That should be a good game as well. But here we go. We're going to do this real fast and quick. Says MK looked terrible today. You don't front your coach on national TV like that. Somebody is in Fawali's head, making her think she's bigger than the team, in my opinion. And Moses says they're losing against NC State. You think they're going to lose? Political says it is on something called Flow TV. It's on YouTube, though. Okay. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I can watch it on Go Tiger TV. I can watch it on there. Nubian Sage says LSU had too many margaritas. Hey, look who it is. Yo, you are right at 1K subs. Am I? I made 1,000 subs? Did I really? Let me look. Did y'all sub me and I got to 1,000? Where am I at? I can't see. Am I at 1,000 or am I still 9 away? I can't see it, but thank you, Mike, for coming in. That's my homeboy. If y'all like history, some of us need history in our lives because it is lacking in this country. One Mike history gives the best in Black history, American history. He has a lot of fun facts, he has a lot in his brain that he lets us know. It's a podcast called One Mike History. Check him out. He's awesome, but that's my homie, one of my podcasting homies. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Jeremy says LSU keeps scarring fans with these close victories. Summer says you're at 991. Okay, I'm 9 away. Moses says Jersey didn't play much in the second half and her presence was missed. Okay, so let's look at the scores if y'all can see that. All right, so LSU won 68-67 on a wild behind the back pass, trying to save the ball from going out. And KG went up and got that layup and won the game. So let's see. Anissa Morrow, that's my girl, Anissa the Beast. I love me some Anissa Morrow. I know we haven't talked a lot about her, but that's another one of my favorites. It's another one that I want to see her like really. I want her to have one of the best games she's ever had in her life. I can't wait for that to happen. It's due. It's bound to happen. I want it to happen conference play or in a tournament or something to let the people know. Anissa, tell them stop playing with your name. Tell them you that girl for real too. Although people may not see it or may not want to recognize it, let them know that you that girl on LSU as well, right? No shade to anybody else. I love everybody on the team, but people be sleeping on Niece. Y'all got to stop sleeping on my girl Niece. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Anissa Morrow had 19 points, 2 steals, 13 rebounds. Flage, Big Foe, had 19 points, 4 steals, 4 rebounds. Samaya Smith, 16 points. It's been a long time coming. 16 points, 15 rebounds. Okay. Cheyenne Day Wilson did not score. Oh, Michaela Williams did not score. What happened? She was 0 for 9, 0 for 3. She didn't have a good game. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Oh, that's not her. 2 assists and 4 rebounds. It's okay though. It's everybody has a bad game. Kaylin Gilbert, she's the one that got the buzzer beater winning shot. She had 8 points, 1 steal, 3 rebounds. Jersey Wolfenbarger had 2 points, 3 assists. Nope. 2 points and 2 rebounds. Sorry. 2 points and 2 rebounds. Poa had 2 points, 3 assists. Jada Richard. Is that her name, Rashad or Richard? Y'all ain't get it. Don't worry about it. The guy on TV says Rashard, so I'm going to go with that. 2 points. And then Miracle Shepherd was in the game, but she didn't score anything. So they had 38 points in the paint, 16 points off of Washington's turnovers. They had 26 second chance points, 6 fast break points, 14 bench points. They did tie the lead one time. The lead did change twice, and their largest lead was 24 points. So if you go to Washington, I don't know any of these players on here, but Sellers had 24 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Ladine, 14 points, 4 steals, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. Hannah Steins had 12 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Delea Daniels had 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. Tara Tyra, I don't know why. I be trying to pronounce these names. 8 points, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 7 rebounds. And I am so sorry. If anybody's watching this and y'all a fan of Washington, y'all probably like, this girl don't even know these people's names. I don't watch Washington, but I mean no disrespect. 8 points, and then nobody else scored. But this team, like y'all said, their largest lead was 15 points. They had the lead changed twice. They tied the lead or tied the score one time. They didn't have any fast break points. They didn't have no bench points. They had 10 second chance points. They had 30 points in the paint. They had 17 points off of turnovers. And they led most of this game, like y'all said, until the very end, where they won on that buzzer beater. So shout out to Washington for, giving LSU that challenge, and LSU pulled it out. They're still undefeated, 68-67. Again, they play NC State Wednesday. So they are 7-0. Let's see. Gilbert saved the day after Flau'jae saved the ball. Nice needs more plays ran for her. Anissa can play the 3 if she gets better at shooting the 3. Summer says she was 8 for 12 from the free throw line. They were double teaming Nice every time. Kim spoke about figuring out a way to help Nice with that. Good. I need her to shine. Summer says MK was flat today. She got to build up her endurance. She'll be good though. Kim is happy to have her at LSU. Isn't she coming back from an injury as well? She has something going on with her foot. I do know she has plantar fasciitis that sometimes hinders her from playing, but I think she has something else going on too. Summer says a 3-point shooting. Woo. Samaya had a huge game. What was the 3-point shooting? I didn't even look at that. Is that what got him? Washington was 8 for 27 from 3. LSU was 3 for 19. Yeah. Political says Sellers fouled out, or it might have been ugly. She was balling. Summer says LSU needs to figure out defense. Political says Washington in the last 2 years have beat at least one ranked team every year. LSU almost got. Summer says all love for LSU, 7-0. Political says Michaela had an ankle injury earlier in the season. There you go. That's what it is. So, yeah. So, I mean, again, LSU is another one of my teams. Shout out to them. They're doing great. I want my girl Nice to have her breakout game. I think she deserves that. And they also are a team that are, Flau'jae definitely is like, I don't want to say carrying a team, but she is everywhere all the time, all at once. Like she's great on defense. Obviously, she's great on offense. When she gets the feeling, is going down is great. But they are also still trying to figure out what they're going to do in the post, because you got Aaliyah Del Rosario, who is still trying to find her way. You got Jersey, who hasn't played in a year, who's trying to find her way. And we talk about Samaya Smith, who had a very, very big game, but she was still trying to find her way after injury. So, Angel has some big shoes to fill as well with LSU. But I can kind of see LSU bigs. At least you can see sparks of that from Samaya, and you can see Jersey starting to get her her groove, going. So I can see them kind of improving. And you're not going to replace Angel. I mean, nobody's replacing her rebounding ability, her putbacks. Nobody's really doing that. Nice is very close. Nice was already a good rebounder, even when Angel was there. So Nice is close. Nice is getting those double doubles. She's getting those rebounds. But it's still Angel is a big hole to fill in the post presence, the same as Camilla. And it's crazy that both of them are on the same team in the WNBA, which warms my heart. Y'all know how I feel about that. Jeremy says next week, Sanaya Rivers versus Flage. Ooh, gonna be good. Gonna be good. Not next week. Ain't that happen? I said that was happening Wednesday, right? The 27th. That's Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm ready for Angel's jersey retirement, statue, and all. Yep. Sorry, this Wednesday. Okay. Political says exactly. Nice was right behind Angel in rebounding. All right. And then last but not least, I don't have a picture of it. I'm not going to pull it up. But the ESPN, the polls were dropped. The AP poll was dropped. And here are the top 10. Coming in at number 10, you got Maryland. Number 9, you have K-State, Kansas State. 8, you got Oklahoma. 7, you got LSU. 6, you got USC. 5, you got Texas. 4, you got South Carolina. 3, you got Notre Dame. 2, you got UConn. And 1, you got UCLA. So if y'all don't know, South Carolina was number 1. They fell to number 4 with the loss to UCLA. UCLA got bumped up to 1. With Notre Dame's win against USC, they went from number 6 to number 3. And yeah, that's how the top 10 plays out. UCLA, UConn, Notre Dame, South Carolina, Texas, USC, LSU, Oklahoma, Kansas State, and Maryland. I mean, where are we at? SEC? 1, 2, 3. We all mixed in there. I thought it was more SEC people on there than that. But all right, y'all. I'm about done. It's been 2 hours and a half. Every time I come in here thinking, okay, it's Monday. Nobody's going to be in here talking to me. This is not my normal day. I just told them I'm going live this morning. No one's going to show up. And look, 2.5 hours later, y'all have come in. We've been talking. We've been having a good time. I want you guys to have a great, great Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. For those of you that, the holidays are pretty tough for you, my heart goes out to you. I'm sending you good vibes. I hope everyone is safe. For those of us that will be working, my heart goes out to us because we have to deal with y'all out there in the public. For those of you that are off, enjoy your time off. Spend time with your family. Have a good one. Enjoy the games. South Carolina plays on Thanksgiving. I'll be watching that. I'll be watching Beyonce on Netflix because I think some football game is going on during her concert. So I'll be tuned in to that. Follow me on Blue Sky at JSpotNetwork. I'm over at Blue Sky now. I think I put the link in my community page. If I didn't, yeah, I did. Go check my community page. Check me out on Blue Sky. You can follow me on Twitter as long as I'll be over there. You can follow me on Instagram. All my information's on my main page. Again, if you guys have not subscribed, subscribe. We have fun. I do want to do a giveaway, some kind of giveaway when I hit 1,000 subs to thank you guys for riding with me. When I first started this page, when I first started talking sports, I had 30 people, 30 subs. And it hasn't been quite a year yet. I'm still slow going, but actually, it's just about a year. It just made a year. But I'm almost at 1,000. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody to come check out JSpot Network. I'll probably be live from my living room one of these days this week, probably just chilling, talking to y'all. But catch me next week live for my show, JSpot Live. Catch me December 6th for the Valkyries draft, expansion draft. I'll be live with Cess Talk Sports. I want y'all to come kick it with us while we look at who is getting drafted to the Valks. Y'all be safe. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. Happy Thanksgiving.